The promise of spring is here and we are ready. Welcome to Talk of the Town, everyone.
Spring means cleaning out and organizing. This month, we play in the dirt and create a yummy dirt too.
A little magic in the kitchen also catches our eye.
We relax and float in the air as we challenge our bodies to stretch.
And we get outside to plant and explore.
This month, we do all of those things, but first, we talk about not getting lost.
The Kettle Creek Environmental Education Center outside of Stroudsburg has an orienteering course right on site.
So instead of using GPS on our phones, we decided it was time to go low-tech, using a compass and our good sense of direction.
The Chinese invented them about 2500 BC, and all they did was take a rock that had a magnetic ore in it, and they'd float it on a piece of bark, and it would always point north. Orienteering is using a simple compass to navigate your way through the woods or through the outdoors without the use of a map or a road sign or a trail marker or something like that. And it actually gives you the opportunity to explore areas that are very remote, and with a compass in your pocket, feel pretty comfortable that you'll be able to find your way back out. Okay, ladies, are you ready to learn how to orienteer?
Yes.
Now remember, the compass will always point north.
It will always. It never
does not
fails.
lie. It does not lie. It has on that base plate, it will have a direction of travel arrow, which on yours is blue.
Yep.
So let's point that away from you. Compass is really simple. The red needle will always point north. Now on mine, as an example, this isn't magnetized, but yours is. So
Right,
as you turn your compass, you'll see the needle's always going to point north, which is to our left as we're sitting here. So if you're out in the woods and you're totally lost and don't know what direction to do, a compass can't tell you where the nearest Walmart or McDonald's is or where your car's parked, but it can get you to walk in a straight line.
So you're not going in circles.
So you're not going in circles. And believe me, it's very easy to walk in circles.
Yeah, especially in the woods.
I've been out in the woods on a cloudy day, and the Tannersville Bog, prime example, you can't see tree lines or stuff. You can walk in a circle really quick. You set the roundhouse to the direction you want to go, and then you move everything to line up the two arrows, because that's how your orienteering or your magnetic compass works. So that's basic compass 101. Okay, now before you go out in the woods and do this without any practice,
get lost,
I
maybe?
picked out this nice, easy parking lot where you can feel safe and you won't have to worry about getting lost. And we're just going to walk a very simple compass exercise, which is going to let you walk and make a small triangle in the parking lot, practicing using your compass. And if all works well, you should return to your exact starting spot to make your triangle complete. Don't turn the compass, keep your body straight. Turn your whole body till the magnetic arrow lines up on the blue, and then you walk that direction. We're just going to go 10 easy steps.
10 easy steps.
From your triangle.
All right, I'm at my cone.
Okay, now you're set on 100, and you're going to walk 10 steps in the direction of your direction of travel arrow.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You have to talk to yourself.
8. Did I mess you up? You're counting to the same number as I am.
But I was watching my compass.
Now we're at the first stop on our triangle. Now you're going to turn your compass to 340. You're going to follow this arrow.
Following that arrow, not that red thing, because it's
tempting.
It's tempting to walk that way. I don't know why.
You'll go north each time you follow.
Yes, no, okay.
Okay,
Are we ready
10?
to do our 10?
Yes.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I was fine listening to your counting and going right with you.
Okay, that was our second side. You ladies are doing very good. You're not lost. You're still in the parking lot.
We're still in the parking lot.
You're still doing well. Now we only have one more angle, so we're going to subtract 120 degrees off of that. We're down to 220.
220.
220.
You're going to turn your compass housing to 220.
Okay.
Again, you keep it directly away from your body. Line your arrows up.
To north.
And you should, Now don't cheat. Don't look at your cone. You should take your 10 steps and you should hit the cone on the last step.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I must take a little bit of a shorter step that time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's half
Mine
a step
was
away.
perfect.
She kicked it right on the 10th step. She did it. Although I think she peeked and was changing the distance of her steps.
No, I did not.
But again, the compass brought you right back to where you started.
Right to where we started.
So
Very
it's
cool.
technology that's thousands and thousands of years old, but it's
and it still works.
yeah,
still
it's
works.
perfect.
Doesn't need batteries, doesn't need recharged.
Yeah,
Works
doesn't need
everywhere.
a satellite in the sky. It's
Exactly.
right here.
Right there.
It's time to put our parking lot practice to the test. We're in the woods now.
That's right. So let's take our first orienteering point and see if we can find it.
All right, let's go. Looks like we head this direction.
Yep, I'm with you. It's a little different when you're on a hill, Roger.
Yes, it adds a lot more challenging than the parking lot.
Oh, and trees that are now right in front of our face and we're supposed to walk through them.
Well, you don't have to, and that's when you're in the woods, you basically need to walk that straight line, but we realize there's obstacles you're going to come up against, trees, rocks, or in the case of a pond or a lake, you certainly couldn't walk straight through that. So what you need to do is make sure that you find something on the other side of the obstacle that lines up with the direction you're going.
Yep, okay.
That rock
Make sure
over
you can
there.
remember what it is.
Yes, okay.
And then you go around your obstacle to that point, stop, and then just estimate the distance you would have walked in a
If we
straight
walked
line,
straight,
and then
yeah.
continue your process.
Okay. So we're gonna go around, around, around.
Don't forget what you were looking at.
We were looking at this rock, right, Kim?
That
Were
one
we
with the
looking at-
little,
yeah.
the little branch on it.
Okay. All right.
And then you stop
And
and,
then
you
we
get your
Look
compass line.
back to where we were and about how far would you say that is?
20.
Yeah.
I'd say 20 feet.
Yeah, 20 feet. That's probably a good guess.
If we calculated correctly,
Then
it's this
this
lovely
is
little
it.
tree.
Okay. Looks like you did that pretty well. Okay, you got around the obstacles, found your first spot. Now you have to reset your compass and everything with the bearing that's going to get you to the next, orienteering point.
So here we go.
Onward.
A little trickier going straight down.
Yes, it also makes a difference in how far your steps are distance-wise.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, smaller steps going down.
Yep.
And you have to be careful because you want to look at your compass, but you have to look at your feet.
You have to multitask to
Yeah.
do this. Yes.
All right, I think we're almost here, Kim.
I think so too. A couple more steps for me.
I'll say this is it.
All right, Roger, we have one more point to get to, right?
One more point. So you're going to set your compass to the last bearing that you need.
Okay.
That's going to turn you in the right direction. So the next point we're looking for is actually going to be number 3.
All right. Hey, red and white sign. Not
Number
bad.
3.
We got number 3.
Great job.
All right.
Good job.
Thanks. Excellent coaching.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't get lost. Now you're in good shape. You're all ready to go hiking now.
We are.
I think we did pretty well with our compass and our sense of direction. A big thanks to Roger Spots for all of his orienteering help.
There's lots going on at the Kettle Creek Environmental Education Center. In fact, they recently finished bottling maple syrup collected right in the Poconos.
Now, if you head to our website right now, click on the correct photo in our April album and let us know your favorite part of this segment, you could win a pint of maple syrup, courtesy of the Monroe County Conservation District. Good luck.
Talk of the Town will be right back with a unique way to dig in the dirt and celebrate Earth Day.
In honor of Earth Day, we're gonna play in the dirt, but not the dirt you're used to thinking about.
That's right. We're at Kitchen Chemistry on Main Street in Stroudsburg with our good friend Lisa Deemer. Hi, Lisa.
Hi there. How are you today?
You always have the greatest ideas. That's why we love to come back and see what you're doing now. We figured you'd be great to make dirt.
Yes.
This is some serious dirt.
Some serious dirt. It's actually a s'mores dirt. We're going to be doing layers of all the s'mores components, and it's going to turn out to be a nice little garden.
And then the top is just anything you can think of, right?
Exactly. Anything that's in nature, we can create out of sugar and put it in the garden.
All right, how do we get started?
Okay, so what we're going to first do is make our creams to make sure that we have all that ready.
Okay. It's a lot of cream. Is this?
It is. We're doubling the recipe.
Okay.
Okay, so this way you both can create your own
We're going to each have our own garden.
geraniums. Yes. You're going to add your quart of milk. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar. putting you to work today.
You are putting me to work today. That's okay. What happens when you stand by the mixer?
That's right. And a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And then last but not least, we're going to take 2 large boxes of chocolate pudding mix.
Looks like our chocolate mousse is good.
That is yummy. Very good. So now what you're going to do is take a 1/2 pack of graham crackers and fill the bottom of your bowls. And what happens is when you put these yummy creams on there, it slowly absorbs that, and then you actually have a crust. So now the next thing we're going to do is take our first mixture of cream, which is basically whipped cream or Cool Whip, that we take a jar of the ice cream topping marshmallow. You can't use like the fluff type product. You have to use the pourable one.
And this is seems a lot softer because you mixed it with whipped cream.
We mixed it with whipped cream. Perfect.
Okay.
So now what you want to do is just sprinkle some chips and some marshmallows in there. So cover this whole thing with graham cracker crumbs.
Earth Day fun.
Yes. Got to appreciate our earth. It's the only one we have, right?
That's true.
So just,
Take out half
That's
that
pretty
batch.
heavy, huh?
yeah, it's a lot.
Look at those muscles bulge in there.
I don't know about that.
Put some crushed Oreos on top. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clean this a little bit up here, push this to the side, and then we're going to create some little characters to put in there.
Sounds awesome.
Okay?
Wow, look at all this candy.
A lot of choices.
Yep. A lot of creation right here. We can
Yeah.
do so many fun things with candy. It's not just what you see. You know, we can reshape things and stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to create a lot of little lake animals to put in our dirt. Okay?
Yes.
So one of the first things I'm going to show you, because he's my favorite, is going to be the snail. He's so cute. I'm using some fondant here. And you're going to soften it up in your hand just a little bit.
Okay.
Roll it out between your hands until it gets just the width of the palm of your hand. Whoopsie.
And don't throw it.
Don't throw it at each other, correct. So usually you have one little thinner side, right? That's going to be his,
tail.
that's actually going to be his head. Because this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the fatter end and roll him up.
So easy.
Yep. So it looks kind of like that now. Bend his head down, and you got your snail. But you know, you think, oh, I'm going to put 2 little eyes on there, but his eyes are not there. His eyes are actually above his head. So we're going to take little green sprinkles, just 2 of them, and you could take whatever one's called to you, and, and put them on top of there. Look how adorable that is.
Where do you find these green sprinkles?
This day and age, the art stores really have just a gamut of stuff to buy, okay? We do sell sprinkles here at the shop too, by the ounce, but if you want to feel comfortable at a AC Moore or Michael's or whatever, they're fine.
You don't just get rainbow sprinkles and have an assistant.
You could.
Separate them. That's what your employees do on a slow day.
That's it, on a slow day. Pick me out 16 green sprinkles. Using fondant again, we're going to create dragonfly. This is rice paper. Okay. So basically, this is a flattened Rice Krispie.
And you can eat it.
And you can eat it. And you can get these again at craft stores, but if you have a hard time, you can always come to the shop and we'll sell you a sheet or 2. And what I'm going to do is give each one of you a scissor and a slip.
Scissor and a slip.
A scissor and a slip.
Okay.
And we'll make some wings. Okay.
And then if you have extra pieces, you can just eat it.
You can eat it, yes. All right, so now what we're going to do is, again, just take half of the piece because we're going to make a long, skinny body.
Okay.
Same thing, rub it along, but you don't have to make it as long. Rub it between your hands, perfect. So we're going to take a toothpick and just shape some ridges.
Wow, you're getting fancy.
Well, you got to be a little bit realistic there, right? Just a little bit. And then his tail curls up like that. Do you remember? You see them at the lakes?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
They're all over the place here. What I'm going to do is just use a little bit of piping gel. And then you glue the little wings towards the back. Okay, so I'm going to give you Tootsie Rolls. And if they're on the hard side, pop them in the microwave just a couple of seconds. Literally, like 10 seconds for one Tootsie Roll might be too long, so just keep your eye on it. I'm going to probably divide this into 3 to make 3 cattails. And I have all different shapes of toothpicks here, so you can decide on what ones you want. Like if you want one cattail to be higher, you might want to take one of these and cut it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go, got some airheads. I love airheads.
Here we go.
So cattail leaves are just long and thin, so I just have to cut a bunch of long, skinny
Long skinny strips.
Strips, yes, forgot that last word.
That's okay.
The thought went elsewhere.
As you're doing it, everybody knows what it is.
This is a fun little trick that I love. When you go to the supermarket, they always have those really super soft cookies that are like chewy.
Yeah.
You can use those and a cookie cutter to cut out shapes. So here we have a butterfly or a moth. And
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
I'll say
There we
butterfly
go.
too.
So now you're going to get to assemble
Yep.
your whole little bowl using all the things you just created. And we also have some other little accessories that you can do. Whatever's talking to you, that's what you do.
It's all talking to me. It's all going in.
Me too, and kids are like, the more the better.
Yes.
Well, our Earth Day terrariums came out great. I think they'll taste great too.
Oh, I can't wait to eat them. We have to find a bunch of kids.
Yes.
And we're going to be back a little later in the show, and we're going to create a mythical creature. Spring, all about flowers.
And organizing or reorganizing.
And we found a craft perfect for both.
We did. And it starts with some of my old barn board. Now, I've had this for years. We had found an old barn that had a lot of wood around, and I have a whole lot of it in my garage that I've saved and used for a couple of projects around my house, but I love it. It's just so rustic looking.
Yeah, and this is really cool, and it's very chic right now. Barn board is everywhere.
It is.
Okay, so the project that we're using involves mason jars, and mason jars are really big right now. You've probably seen this all over the place. We're going to mount some mason jars on this piece of wood.
And you're gonna be the frivolous one, and I'm gonna be the plain one, because you're gonna do flowers, and I'm gonna get organized.
All right, that's fine.
First, we have to make sure we can hang it up, right?
Yes. So we have these little hangers, and this is, you know, Kim and Marie use tools.
Done.
Very nice job. Let's see if I smash a finger on this one. You know, I have nails and it makes it a little harder. My nails are longer than yours. Yay, done.
All right.
Now-
Next, brackets.
Brackets.
What are these things called? Did we decide?
Zach said he thought they were like hose clamps. That's how he described them.
Okay.
So we got, we kind of drilled. Zach helped us. So, you know, we're not gonna lie. Zach helped us and he drilled a little hole through the metal. So what you have to do at this point is just take a decent screw and put it in, put it through your hole, and line it up properly. We have some pre-drilled holes on our barn board, which, by the way, we did ourselves ahead of time. Okay, and we have a handy dandy power screwdriver here. Although we could probably use a regular screwdriver, but why bother? Do you want to? You have.
Well, I have one here. I just had to flip it around.
It's cute and it's pink.
Race.
Ready?
Yeah, not fair. Mine isn't even together yet. I'm gonna guess that you win.
Yeah, I did with that one. Just have to turn
But you
it.
know what? It's not that bad doing it just by hand. Anyway.
Okay. Having them pre-drilled is actually a nice feature. Would you like to do one with the drill?
No, I'm actually doing
With the
pretty
power
good.
screwdriver?
I'm doing pretty good and keeping up with you. Not getting too far behind.
Zach, I heard that snicker over there.
Sorry.
I never claimed to be really handy with power tools, but
We'd surprise ourselves.
you know, you never know until you try.
So I think we both ended up right around the same time. Power tool versus hand tool wasn't that big of a project, right?
No, it wasn't that big of a project. So that's
now-
what you should have so far.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Interesting.
what, yeah,
Not too hard.
not too hard at all.
And we're gonna grab our jars.
And now this will take a little while because you want to use the screwdriver to tighten them back up. You know what? I think it would be easy to start them and then stick the jar in because the jars are too big. And you just have to turn it till it catches once. Marie, you're using the clear bottles though, and you're turning them a special way too, so they have...
Yeah, mine have a little pattern on them, so I varied it so that I see a little bit of each pattern.
Very cool. And I have purple, pink, and blue. Just in case you're wondering, they were on sale for 50 cents at AC Moore.
You have to tighten them quite a bit farther than you think you do.
Yeah, you do for sure.
I keep on turning and
Until
turning
they're all done.
and turning. Yours is done. I'm on the last one. Almost there.
Cute.
Very cute. And my middle one, somehow I did it by accident that I made it staggered a little bit lower than the other two, but the other two are exactly the same. So isn't that cute? Like,
Yeah, it's very cute.
They're not exactly the same.
Perfect. Now you're going to use yours. Oh, yeah, that's pretty funny. I didn't pay attention to that. All right, so it's upside down. So I guess I have to take them off and put them the other way because I put it
fixing
upside
it
down.
now.
So yes, so that's one thing you don't want to do.
You know what? But that's what projects are full of.
That's
Just little
exactly what they're
mistakes.
full of.
Didn't really matter. Just takes a little extra time. I just glanced over. I couldn't let it go.
No, you couldn't let it go. All right, now my hanger and my jars are all going the right
Look,
direction.
yeah, it's all the right way now. Look, turn around.
Yay, look, I
It's-
fixed it.
it's okay. All right, so now we can do whatever we want with them, right?
Yes.
I've seen some people actually put water and real flowers
Real
in them.
flowers.
You have silk flowers, and I'm
Yep.
going to get organized.
You get organized.
All right, yeah, I'll do this in the middle. Got some highlighters. Got some pens and
Actually.
Sharpies and pencils.
Not done yet. Lots of flowers. I think lots of flowers, but we'll see. That says spring, right?
Yeah, it's cute. Well, what's really great about this is we have extra jars, so if you want to take these home, and I'll take these home,
Yeah, we can
swap
change
them
them
out and
out.
do something different for different, for different times of year.
You know, there's a little prep time to create all this, but actually doing the project didn't take very long.
It didn't, and it wasn't all that hard, right?
We got through it.
This month, we spread our wings and visit a restaurant outside our normal stomping grounds.
When you say spread our wings, do you mean penguin wings?
I guess so, sure. Why not?
Good. So we head to the Penguin Hotel in Mount Airy, Lancaster County.
The Penguin Hotel has been here since around the late 1800s. It was originally a hotel, but of course years ago they stopped renting out the rooms and we no longer rent out rooms. We are definitely known for our burger selection and our wings, but we do also serve entrees as well. We do have a signature drink. It's called the Penguin Chillaxer. It's very delicious. I definitely highly recommend the Penguin Chillaxer, and we have a couple really good martinis on our drink menu as well. Back in the early 80s, a gentleman by the name of Bill Hughes bought this bar, and he bought it in the wintertime, and he was here with a friend remodeling, and his friend said to him, "Bill, it's so cold up here on the hill of Mount Airy, I don't even think the penguins would live here." And at that point, Bill said, "Well, that's it. We're going to name it the Penguin." So that's where it got its name.
So we couldn't come to the Penguin Hotel and not make one of those signature burgers. So Michelle, welcome. Thank you for having us here. And what kind of burger are we going to make today?
Penguin burger. It has Cajun seasoning on the burger, and it has cheddar cheese, bacon bits, shredded lettuce, pickles, and jalapeno mayo.
And you make a lot of these?
Yes, and onions.
And onions.
And onions.
Don't forget the onions.
So it's a fully loaded burger.
Yeah.
All right, how do we get started?
All right, well, if you want to get your burger out, you can open that and you can do each side and stick it on the grill, somewhere like that, yeah.
All right, cooked burger.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go old school. These are real potatoes, and you have
Yeah, you might have to
a
put
potato.
a little...
Is this a press? Is that what we call it?
Yeah, you just have to put some effort into it. It does stick a little bit.
So you just like
But you know it's fresh.
Extra. We want Zach to have some fries too.
And what do we do next?
And you
Right
just
in the
stick it
fryer.
in the fryer, you stick it in that fryer, that's fine. They're both on. And then you can drop them.
Drop them. Sizzle, sizzle.
These are brioche rolls. Yep. Slice it down the middle. And then take the spray and that spray. And then just spray them and put them on the left side of the panini press.
Right there.
Just like that. And then your burger's probably ready to be flipped.
Flip. Oh, yummy. Looks good.
While this stuff's cooking, you can do some of our signature wings.
Did we get to 12, Ree?
1,
Yeah, now you're
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doing what she said, making half and half.
So you want a pickle for the burger.
There.
Yeah, kind of like that.
It's not quite the way you would do it.
I always stick it like in the middle.
Like
that
this?
way the sides will go on one and the bun and the setup will go on the other.
There you go.
Some celeries, because can't have wings without celery.
And then stick that along the side there.
Like
yeah,
that?
like that.
What do you want, Ree? Ranch or blue cheese?
Blue cheese for me.
All right, I'll go
Yeah.
with some blue cheese too.
Stick that on there like that.
Nice.
There you go. It's almost ready.
Pull the bun down.
So you pull the bottom bun down first.
Okay, and how do we prep?
Okay, now you're gonna want jalapeno mayo.
More?
No, that's good. Shave some lettuce off of it. So it's like kind of shredded.
Ree, how about you help out there with those onions?
So you don't want to be crying?
Get your top bun and then stick it over here on the plate. And then
Okay.
stick it over here.
Okay,
Yeah, like that.
on that side of the pickle.
The pickle is the dividing line.
Okay.
Mr. Burger.
Okay.
And then you want to put some of the shredded cheddar jack cheese on top.
I grabbed a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
She
but it's
likes
okay.
cheese.
There's little containers of bacon bits. We're not putting all of it on, just whatever looks good to
Here,
you.
Ree. Have some bacon bits on the burger.
So that's
Okay.
ready to go in the oven and
Penguin burger, lots of cheese.
So
And
we're
that's-
popping that in here.
ready to go in there.
On the top shelf or bottom?
It top's fine. It'll probably melt faster on the top.
Okay.
Whatever's your dominant hand to dump with.
There they are.
And then sweet Thai chili. Yep.
Sweet Thai chili.
Yeah.
You have lots of flavors to choose from.
I don't know how much is enough. Is
That's
that right?
good. Yeah, that should be fine. And then, I don't know, we like, flip them and, but,
Yeah, you missed it. I did a little one.
Yeah, I missed it. Didn't count.
He wants me to do it until I make a mistake and they go everywhere.
Oh, they look good.
yeah. And
Get
the
some
wings
extra
are done.
juice. Woo! Right
Like
on
that.
top of
Right like
everything
that.
else.
And then we usually just put a pick in and put the top on and then pick it down. Yep. And then we close
Like that?
Looks
just like
beautiful.
that. Now that's a lot of fries for a side burger. So if you guys want to eat extra fries, put them in a different basket. Toss them like the wings. But yeah, however, it's salt and pepper mix in there.
All right. This looks delicious. I can't wait to try everything.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting us into your kitchen.
And telling us how to put this all together. You were a great boss.
And I like the Eagles hat.
Well, you guys look like you did a good job. Let's dig in.
We must have if you're going to eat with us, right? We did okay.
We are definitely a cheers kind of bar. We have a lot of locals that come in here. A lot of people know everybody by name, but our motto is enter as strangers, leave as friends. So even if you're not a local, we welcome you, and we're just, a real happy, fun local bar.
Monica and everyone at the Penguin Hotel would like to see you come in as a stranger and leave as a friend. They've given us a $50 gift certificate for one lucky viewer.
Just find the proper photo on our Facebook page and tell us your favorite part of the segment for a chance to win. Good luck.
Up next on Talk of the Town, we celebrate spring by planting a flower I've always wanted to try growing. Plus, we visit an old friend to create a mythical creature.
If you're a gardener, it's time to think about spring planting, especially if you're going to plant seeds.
That's right. Last summer, we visited Astolat Farm in Effort. It was a beautiful English cottage garden. Do you remember?
It really was pretty.
And Pam Hubbard showed us her beautiful grounds and plants there. And one of the things that caught my eye was the hollyhock.
And the hollyhocks are
Beautiful.
beautiful.
And I've all different colours. One of the things I do every morning is I deadhead the flowers. I'm going to show you how I do that. But I never deadhead the hollyhocks because I want the seeds to drop and get more, because it's biennial. It needs to drop seeds, otherwise I won't
have
get
it
flowers every year.
I have never planted hollyhock. I've planted a lot of things.
Marie's planted just about everything, so the fact that there's something you've missed is really surprising
We're
to me.
going to plant it today, okay? I got 3 different kind of hollyhocks, and what they tell you about a hollyhock is that it has a very tender root, has a tap root, and you shouldn't put it in a pot that you're going to transplant out. So we got peat pots today, and these will disintegrate. And when we plant them, you'll see, you water them, they start to get a little soft. And that's really what you want, because you're going to plant this whole thing in the ground when you're done. So to start, we're just going to fill our pots with some soil. This is my parents' soilless mix, actually.
If someone's planting at home, I know this is a secret potion in this soil here, but
They can buy it from my parents at Point Phillip Perennial, or if you go to any garden center, don't skimp on the soil mix that you use, because it's very, very important. All right, Kim, we have 50 pots all ready to go. That's going to be 50 hollyhocks. We're going to plant 2 seeds in each one, just so in case one doesn't pop, we have a chance that maybe the second one will. If you end up with 2, hopefully they can just share that space, right?
and you have 3 different kinds of hollyhocks
I have 3
here, right?
different kinds. I bought this one, it's called Black Niagara. So this is a very large black hollyhock. So I want to make sure we know what's what, because once you plant them,
Yeah, then
you don't know.
you don't know until
So
they
we're-
start to do something.
We're going to start with Black Niagara on this end. And right now, the seeds are in water right now, in warm water. It'll give them a start for germination. There's a whole lot of different ways to do this. This is the fast way. You know, 30 minutes, warm water, and hopefully we're ready to go. Drain out the water. So we're going to put 2 in the middle. You start on that end, and I'll start on this end.
Just right in the middle?
Well, not next to each, like space them out. Do you know what I mean? So if they're far enough, if they become 2 plants, you don't want them to be on top of each other.
Some of the seeds want to stick together.
Yes, they do. They want to stick on your fingers. Are you picking the biggest ones like me?
I'm just trying to find them.
Okay. And these we're just calling hollyhock because I don't really even remember.
They didn't actually
They didn't really have, it didn't have a label on it when it came. I just remember that they were all pretty colors I picked. I guess we'll have to wait and find out.
multicolored.
Okay, the last kind is a mix. And what did it say on the package, Kim?
It said country romance.
Romance.
The tricky little buggers, they get stuck in here.
So what we learned about hollyhock seeds when we researched this was that they need light to germinate, so we don't want to cover them up too much. We just want to sprinkle a little bit of soil on the top of them just so they're barely covered.
Just so you can't see them, although it's hard to see them anyway.
Yeah, but if you just sprinkle a little bit lightly like this, what we're doing, I think they'll find the light.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, Marie, if these all grow, there'll be beautiful hollyhocks
They will.
everywhere.
Although there's no guarantee that they'll bloom this year because hollyhocks are biannual. They grow 1 year foliage and then the flowers the next year.
Okay.
Right. The only thing we have left to do is water them. And I've filled up a watering can and I added a little bit of what's called Benamil.
And what is that?
An antifungal. Because when little baby plants start to grow, sometimes fungus can get them. So the Benamil will keep that from happening. So we're just going to and this is not a good watering can for very lightly watering, but we're going to try our best.
All right. How long do you think before we see something?
I don't know. I guess we should have Googled that, but I didn't check. So I'm going to keep checking these daily. Maybe what I'll do is take a picture and maybe we'll come back next month and see what they look like in a month, right?
Yeah.
We can always show people that. But because we have these extra seeds, this is one way to start hollyhocks. But if you have hollyhocks growing in your garden, you probably don't have to do anything. The seed falls and
it just
self-seed.
germinates.
But if you want them somewhere else, you can take a stalk or you can take seeds and spread them somewhere else. So we're gonna kind of do a little test because I don't know which way is better. I've never grown these before. We're gonna try this, but this is a lot of work. If that ends up being easier and they grow just as well, I'm not doing this again. Right?
All right, so let's go grow some seeds.
We're gonna find a spot in my garden where we want some of these to grow.
And we'll just toss them around.
Yep.
Welcome back, everyone. We're at Kitchen Chemistry, where we're transitioning from the dirt that we made previously in the show to now our mythical creature.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
we're back with Lisa.
That's
and
it.
you're going to show us how to make these fancy, fancy unicorns.
Yes, unicorns have taken over the world. They are really popular.
They have.
They are real.
They are. Tell any 5-year-old girl that they're not real, okay? It's true. So we're going to create a unicorn cupcake. And one of the fun things about it is that you get to throw all kinds of sprinkles and cereals and marshmallows into a bowl, and that's going to be the coating on the unicorn, okay?
The magic part,
That's
right?
it. So guys, just have fun and throw all this stuff in here.
Everything
Yeah,
in?
not quite yet, about half a bowl of marshmallows, but the rest you could throw all
Fruity
that in.
Pebbles?
Yep.
Haven't had them in a
Mini
long time.
marshmallows.
Okay.
Yep, about half of those.
About half of that.
Yep.
So it's just a
And pretty much all of
confetti
those.
explosion.
That's it. It's a confetti explosion. We're going to toss that around, mix it all up, and the sky is the limit. There's nothing to hold you back. You can throw little pearls in here. Glitter usually doesn't show up too well because there's so much going on. The glitter kind of like gets lost. But this is going to be what we roll the cupcake in. Then we can put glitter on later on.
If it's edible, you can put it in
You
there.
got
right?
it. So now what we're going to do is core out our cupcake. And these are apple corers. They work out perfectly. Just go down as deep as the top of the metal here. Don't go all the way down to the bottom because otherwise your cupcake's going to lose its strength.
Okay, and then pull it out.
Pull it out. So we're going to put a little magic in the middle. So you can use some little mini M&Ms. And here we have some little magical,
Yeah,
delicious,
marshmallow,
magically
like
delicious.
From what, fruity?
They're from Lucky Charms. So you can
And just
fill.
pour 'em in?
Yep.
You have your assistants pluck all the marshmallows out?
Yes. Part-time job, plucking out the marshmallows. So now we're going to take our buttercream. This is just classic buttercream. And I'm going to make a big mound on top of the cupcake.
That frosting looks delicious.
It is. It's so good. And the recipe is on our Facebook page, so anyone can make that.
Easy, huh?
And you actually sell unicorn cupcakes in the store, right?
Yeah, we sell unicorn cupcakes. We can special order unicorn cakes of every size. They're really popular, and not just for little kids, believe it or not. Women order cakes for themselves and for their other women.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be super neat because we're going to take this cupcake and we're going to just cover the whole thing in our special little cereal sprinkle thing.
Our cereal concoction.
Yes.
The more the better.
That's
Just want
right.
it to stick.
Pump it in there. So now we're going to take our little gumball size piece of fondant
Okay.
and roll it back and forth until it's the width of your hand. So what I want you to do is fold it in half like this. And then twist. And then twist it, and it's going to come to a point on the top. And then as you're twisting it, you're kind of like just pulling it up so it forms a horn. So just set that aside for a sec. I have a marshmallow. I'm going to cut off both ends, not super thick, kind of like thin, because I want to create the ears. And then we're going to just press that sticky side into this beautiful golden sugar. Okay, so we're going to create, our horn is going to be gold now. So I'm taking this powder, and you can get this in the arts and crafts stores. It's edible gold powder. I'm going to put a little lemon extract in there. We use extract as opposed to water because the water takes too long to dry, and then it will, I'll give you guys the smaller brushes easier, then it will turn your fondant sticky and mushy. So I'm just going to take some of this. Look how gorgeous that looks.
Yeah.
Right?
That's serious gold.
You're not going to paint the bottom half because that's going to go into your cupcake, so just paint the top. And you're turning your unicorn horn into a jewel.
Yeah.
Golden jewel. And you might be turning your fingers gold too. Got the golden touch then.
Yeah, my fingers are going gold.
My fingers are gold too.
Mine too.
So now we're just going to put it together. I'm going to take my unicorn horn and stick it right in my cupcake. And don't worry, if you get fingerprints, you can just brush it up over again once it's in the cupcake. And then we're just going to put the ears in.
And the ears, just stick them on the
So
side.
you figure out where you want the front of your unicorn to be. So the ears are usually right, almost lined up with it, but a little bit ahead in front of.
This is your front?
That's my front.
Yeah. So this is my front, like that.
There we go, yep. And there's your unicorn cupcake.
It was so easy.
And what a special treat. Whoever eats it's going to have that little magical middle.
In the middle, yes. So cute.
You did it again, Lisa.
See
These
that?
are awesome.
Great.
They're so cute.
Very good.
Just in case you're wondering, our unicorn cupcakes were razzle-dazzle, rainbow-rific. A big thanks to Lisa Deemer for all her creative cupcake artistry.
Lisa has a $25 gift certificate for one lucky viewer. Head to our Facebook page, like the correct photo in our April album, and tell us your favorite cupcake flavor for a chance to win. Good luck.
We float through the air when Talk of the Town continues.
So this is the chillax position.
I think we can do this one probably all day. I like this class.
Yeah, so far so good.
It's the latest exercise trend, and it's taking yoga to new heights. As this fabric is hooked into the ceiling at Float Yoga in Lidditz, our adventure begins.
Everything's rated for 2,000 pounds and up, but I want us to give it a test, all right? This is the first you're meeting me, I want you to give it a test. So everyone take a few steps back away from me and give it the wee test. Wee! How great is that?
That's awesome.
The apparatus is proven. It will support all of our body weight. It's a beautiful thing. Forward, around, pause. Now you know what's coming. Let's go right into several laps. 1, 2, 3, go. Try to stay synced up with me so you don't knock knees with your co-host. It's so much easier to balance on one leg when we hold on to the ceiling.
So much easier.
Bet you can get that leg higher. With the aid of the fabric and the hammocks, we'll get perhaps a deeper stretch or just find a different spot to stretch in the muscle.
Whoa!
The return of blood back to the heart is happening thanks to gravity, so it's great for our blood pressure. And then brain chemistry. We release happy hormones when we can sustain a shape with our head lower than our heart.
Wow. It's crazy.
Well timed, Zach. You feel like you're playing Frogger?
After some stretching, it was time to try some inversion, aka hanging upside down.
This is a yoga hybrid. We have the benefits of an inversion table, but we're gonna wrap around the middle part of the body so we get all that delicious decompression in the spine, but even more than just the lower back. We do decompress every muscle, cell, organ, and joint in the body when we hang upside down the way we will in today's class. And we're gonna slide that fabric to my ischial tuberosity, also known as your thut. It's where your thigh meets your butt. So using our ab strength to take our shoulders back, and then our legs out wide. The wider they go, the easier it is to hook in. Legs to the V.
Legs to the V.
Legs to the V. And wrap them in.
This way?
Yep. I'm gonna adjust your feet. You don't even need to hold, yeah, that's perfect. You don't even need to grab with your feet because you're already safe. Bloop.
And we're upside down.
weird being upside down though, especially when the camera's so close.
For me, that first time hanging upside down and you feel that like everything just kind of let go is the aha moment. There's so many benefits to inversions, and that's why they show up in all the styles of yoga.
Do you think it's scary to go upside down that first time?
Don't let fear keep you from coming to one of these classes. It's a wonderful sensation to go upside down, face those fears, and it's very freeing.
Or maybe this way.
You can do it, just go backwards.
There you go.
Here, I'm gonna help you hook your foot.
Oh, wait, I'm in the...
I was trying to go up before I came down instead of just going down.
There's more conditioning than a lot of the other styles of yoga. We'll be able to do some pull-ups and some squats, and we can almost set the intensity of those by how much we use the fabric or where our feet are in relationship to where the hammock anchors into the ceiling. And then there's some great ab work we can do in this class too.
Are we gonna do a push-up? I'm not very good at them.
Bend the knees and bring them forward. If you wish to challenge your abs a little harder, you can do a V up and bring your hips over your shoulders. Yes, don't forget to breathe. Just like we did earlier in class, you're using the ab strength to take the shoulders back, V the legs wide, wrap them in. And then I'll talk you through how to get into chandelier pose. And you guys are gonna love this one.
Wow.
If I can touch my foot.
You don't have to touch the foot at all to feel the stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, friends, left leg towards the logo, and then left leg away from me. So you can kick into it like Mel is, but you don't have to feel the stretch.
Oh wow, what a stretch. Holy mackerel.
Isn't that nice? I love the traction being upside down. I came in with lower back issues, and it's really helped a lot to the point where I now actually have a hammock in my house. I fell in love with it so much.
Press away with the left arm, chamber the left leg high, throw a side kick into a pose we call
goodness.
Katniss?
Of course it is. Am I supposed to be able to stretch my leg all the way? I guess I am. Wow.
You're doing it.
We have a gentle yoga, we have mat Pilates, we have a Pilates area with the reformers and the Cadillac, and we have hot yoga a few times a week too, where our thermostat goes to 90 and we do a vinyasa flowing style class. In addition, we have myself and a female massage therapist on staff. We both have over 10 years of experience. So if you need a hot bamboo massage or massage cupping, or if your lower back is really talking to you, you need to get that piriformis muscle stretched out, I would love to see you and help you with that as well. Again, you don't have to hold the hammock, it's gonna hold you. Yeah.
And then do you find that people don't leave your class for like an hour or an hour and a half longer?
Right, napper size, we're gonna stay.
Nap, yes.
You guys did awesome. We measure success in yoga classes differently. If you leave the room feeling better than when you walked in, that's success in a yoga class. You know, I think there's a misconception that you have to be able to stand on your head and spell your name with your legs to succeed in yoga. But you succeed in yoga by feeling better than when you walked in.
Bradford wants you to enjoy a free float yoga class. Head to our Facebook page, like the correct photo in our April album, and let us know your favorite yoga pose for a chance to win. Good luck.
Whatever you do, be the talk of the town.
All right.
Mine is a little.
All right, you know
I'm
what?
gonna do it
Squish yours
again.
up again. That's the great thing about fondant. You can just squish it right back up.
Yours was perfect though.
I made a lot of unicorn horns.